Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to talk about Wizard liners. I just bought some and I thought it'd be helpful for people to hear a comparison between these 3M reflective intuition liners from Wizard and the liners I've been using, which are the Intuition Premium liners. I guess first off, I will talk about sort of the feeling and sort of materials of the Wizard liner and compare that to the Premium liner. I asked Wizard what's the thickness like of the cuff area, and they said it's about the same as the Premium without the cuff wrap. I'm not using the cuff wrap here, so I figured this will probably fit me. I got the same exact size, 28 to 28.5 of the Wizard liner and 28 to 28.5 of the Premium liner. So yeah, I would agree. What they said is exactly right. The cuff area is just as thick, maybe a little thicker, but much firmer. I could barely flex the cuff area here, whereas without the cuff wrap on the Premium, it's pretty mushy, kind of similar to other areas of the liner, I guess I'll say. It's very, very soft up here. A little stiffer in some of the curved areas where it's reinforced with the J-bar. But overall, this one is like it is an integrated cuff wrap, and you can see it's stitched on to the outside, not just Velcro, but an actual stiff material. So the cuff area, I think, will be helpful. I don't use the cuff wrap on the Premium because I don't really think I have the space. It'll pushes me too far forward and my toes get jammed in. So yeah, anyway, stiffer but thin cuff area. That is helpful to know about, I think. The other thing to know about the cuff area is that the Wizard liner is taller. It's taller by a couple millimeters. If I have them pushed together and hold it up, you can kind of see just a little bit taller there on the inside surface. In the heel, similarly, just a tiny bit taller, but basically the same in the heel. So the V-cut area here is pretty low. So I noticed that it feels taller. I also noticed, and it's hard to compare these, but the tongue seemed taller when it was on my foot or on my ankle. This came up a little higher than the Premium. I'm estimating where those sit. So yeah, something like that. You can kind of see that it's taller. It is interesting that like the cuff of the skate only goes to about here on the liner. So I'll show it in the skate in a little bit, but I want to talk about materials first. Otherwise, aside from the cuff area, I guess the next thing to talk about is the tongue. They seem pretty comparable. Maybe this one's thicker or stiffer, but it's just newer also. So they're very similar in that regard. They have, kind of, yep, pretty similar there. This one has this extra 3M material on the outside, which kind of gives it a harder feel. So it has that extra material, and that I think will kind of hold up longer for that reason, because this one is getting a little chewed up right on the 45 area, just from so much compression of laces and everything. So hopefully this one, well, we'll see how it holds up. The perforations are the same in the toe area and on the sides and everything, so similar venting. One thing I did notice, I have a very wide toe box area of my foot, and so on the Premium, I really, it's very thin along the outer edge because of the heat molding, and I've kind of widened it a fair amount. This one starts off like that, which I remember the Premium was thicker and narrower. This one seems thinner and wider, and like right away they're comparable, which I am very appreciative of as a wide foot haver. The other thing is these are both the right side, and I've skated this one a lot, but they're still exactly the same length, I would say. And I think the width, if I go apples to apples, exact mirror image, the width is basically the same. Hard to see, but the stitching lines up on the top and the inside and outside. And from the bottom, you can see here's a left-right comparison. Very similar width. So we've established the height is taller, the width is the same, the cuff is stiffer over here, the tongue is maybe also stiffer over here on the Wizard liner. Obviously another big difference is there's only a lace hole at the top. I'm a little bummed about that, because I feel like the tongue is gonna slide up without full pressure. So we'll see how that goes. But the other difference I want to talk about is probably the main difference I've noticed so far, which is that the Premium has on the toe these rubber grippy things. They're like just, dots along the bottom here. The Wizard liner doesn't have any of that. It's just totally just the material of the footbed. So there's rubber stoppers here, and then I think more importantly, there's rubber stoppers on the sides of the heels on the Premium and along the spine of the heel. And all of those things prevent the liner from sliding up and down. And I think the premise of omitting those, right, there's nothing on the heel here in terms of rubberization. I think the premise is that your Wizard boot is very close fitting, and these shouldn't move around. I hope that's the case for me, because yeah, that would super suck to have movement, but as long as the 45-degree angle is tight, I figure it'll probably stay put. So yeah, no rubber dots on the Wizard liner at all. So I don't know, that's kind of cool, kind of clean. I tried it on. So yeah, let's see. Materials, dots, vents, same heel pad. It's tilted a little more, I guess. I don't know, kind of looks more tilted on the Wizard one, but who cares? It should be fine. Yeah, the construction looks amazing. Of course, it's super clean. And yeah, the only difference I think is the rubber and the stiffer cuff area and the height. And then, yeah, I think all the materials here, all the stitching, construction style is all the same elastic on both, all that sort of stuff. So anyway, in terms of fit, I tried the right side on in a skate, and it felt a little more snug in the width because I haven't pushed out the material here. I haven't packed out kind of where my foot is the widest, right at the, across the knuckles of the foot. But I don't think I'm gonna heat mold them. I think I'm gonna like skate mold them and just through usage, hopefully achieve the fit that I want. The Premium was thick in the toe area. All the neoprene was pretty thick, and I felt like I had to heat mold it. Otherwise, I was just in too much pain. I had too tight of a toe box area. And so yeah, I'm just gonna skate them normally. I am gonna continue to use my 3/4 length insole and switch it back and forth, and maybe get another set of these, because this is the thing that really opens up space in the toe box for me and allows me room to downsize basically as far as I can, which is all the way into a 44 shell. So we'll talk about putting these in skates. I have the 44 shell. My foot is 28.5 millimeters, 28, 285 millimeters, 28.5 centimeters. And I just barely fit into the size 44 shell, which is like, here's an example. This is the SX boot with the Roka skating frame. and the Endless 100 wheels. They're about 95 now because I've skated them for a few weeks, and they're nice and rockered. This is solid. I'm really surprised. Not surprised, encouraged, excited. I have a good time skating the 100. Yeah, a frame of this size, you want to feel strong and solid, and it just really feels like it dampens a lot of the skating that I've been doing recently. Here's the premium. I'll show that in the 44 shell. So 28 to 28 and a half liner in the 44 shell, and you can see it sits just right up above here. There's about a finger's worth of height right there, and it slides right in. And then I will show the Wizard liner popping in there, which actually I haven't tried this yet. Let's see. There we go. You can see it sticking up taller. It's almost 2 fingers of height as a general measurement up above the shell of the skate. You can see the Velcro strap's gonna hit down here. I'll be able to lace it all the way up to the top here, and maybe not do the around the back lacing. We'll see. I might have to change my ways. That's okay. If it all works better, then so be it. I don't think they make longer laces than what I have now, which is 120 inches. So we're gonna run it like this. I'll probably use the white liner in the white boot just for aesthetics. But I also find that the white boot is a little stiffer because it's newer. And so I think overall, long frame, white boot, 3M Wizard liner, that's gonna be the move. And yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. I haven't skated these yet. Just tried them on in the apartment, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing how the same skate feels with different liners. I'm gonna, break these in, and then maybe I'll do another review type thing, but I kind of have a feeling they're both gonna feel pretty similar. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's the Wizard 3M liner versus the Intuition Premium liner. I'd love to hear from people who have skated both, like what their preferences are, and if you skate the cuff wrap, Velcro cuff wrap on the Premium, do these feel more similar because of that? That'd be my theory, but I'm not sure if I can really try that. This is gonna push me forward in the skate. One thing I wanted to share that I've been thinking about doing, if you see down here, you can see it better on the Wizard liner, the extension of these kind of ankle retention, heel retention thickeners. It's like a J-bar, which is like a skiing, snowboarding kind of technology. But in theory, my thought was this: if I'm not using the cuff wrap, what's the harm in cutting off the little nubs of the cuff wrap and sticking just those on for heel retention? And then if I ever want to put a cuff wrap on, I can just Velcro it on separately, line them up, and it'll be basically the same. I might try that. I've been thinking about doing that, but I didn't want to cut things up. So we'll see. If I do that, I will let people know whether it's a good idea, so that you can know if you should cut parts of your $220 liners or not. Yeah, these were $220. I think these were something like $250 or $270. I don't recall. I hope they're worth it. I think they will be. And I'm happy to not have to switch one set of liners between 2 shells. That'll be good. Yeah, I think I'm done.